Welcome to Section 2 of the Birth to 3 Program Orientation, Child Find, Referral, and Intake. At the end of Section 2, you will be able to identify key referral sources for identifying children who may be eligible for the Birth to 3 program and understand the definition of referral and expected actions. As a way to keep you engaged in this learning experience, we have built-in knowledge checks. A link to the knowledge check is in the chat, so you can use this along the way. If you have two screens, it may be helpful to have the form opened up on a second screen. If not, simply minimize and maximize your screen when it is time for the knowledge checks. Please note that many of the questions are required and will need to be answered before you submit the form. You will be able to see and save your results after submission. Within this form, you can capture both key takeaways as well as any questions you have at the end of a section. Anyone who has concerns about a young child's development can make a referral to the Birth to 3 program. Referrals also come from agencies that have connections to families with young children. So take a minute, think about who this might include, as well as what types of agencies this might include in your area. Part C of the federal law, which governs Birth to 3 programs, states that programs must have a system of communication and coordination among these agencies that are used by families with young children. This is what's commonly referred to as an informed referral network. An informed referral network is a tapestry made up of many threads. So it is important to have intentional and ongoing contact with agencies within this network. It is also important to keep agencies informed about staff updates and the referral process. One strategy that programs have found successful is to hold a quarterly or biannual meeting with members of the Informed Referral Network to share information and updates about programming and staff. Part C lists 9 categories of agencies that Birth to 3 programs should include in their Informed Referral Network. Now take a moment to review this list. Would you add any more to this list after seeing each of these categories? The link in the chat takes you to the State of Wisconsin DHS page that indicates how to make a referral and where to find county-specific information regarding making referrals. The law informs us of what is required of the state and of each county Birth to 3 program. Wisconsin wants to ensure that 100% of all children and families who may be in need of services have access to services, and this begins by families being made aware of the program. Title 34 CFR Part 303 for Birth to 3 program services requires that all health, social service, education, and tribal programs receiving federal funds, which includes Medicaid providers, to identify children who may be eligible for Birth to 3 program services. These children must be referred to the appropriate county Birth to 3 program within 2 working days of identification. The handout, MA Forward Health, topic number 788, Requirements for Providers, provides more details about this requirement. Each state early intervention system must include a comprehensive child find system that ensures that all infants and toddlers with disabilities eligible for early intervention services are identified, located, and evaluated. Administration establishes a comprehensive child find system within the county to ensure that all children who may be eligible are identified and screened or evaluated to determine eligibility. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services, DHS, wants every parent or caregiver of a child with a delay or disability to be aware of the Birth to 3 program, to understand the benefits of early intervention, and know how to access the program. DHS launched the first 1,000 Days Wisconsin Child Find campaign in spring of 2021, alongside a media toolkit so that counties, providers, partners, and other stakeholders can help spread awareness. Local county birth to 3 programs, advocates, councils, associations, health and child care providers, child welfare staff, and other external partners who interact with young children are encouraged to use these materials to increase awareness of the Birth to 3 program. So, what exactly constitutes a referral? The minimal information needed for a referral is the child or family name, contact information to connect with the family, and referral sources may need parental consent, for example, release of information to refer to the Birth to 3 program. However, let's be clear, parental consent is not needed for the Birth to 3 program to receive a referral. Additionally, a referral does not need to be in writing. Every county must identify a primary point of referral, or the person within the Birth to 3 program to receive the referral. The name and contact information for this person is listed on Wisconsin's Birth to 3 program website. An important point to note is that the date the referral is received by the county begins the 45-day timeline that the program has to complete the individualized family service plan if the child is found to be eligible for the program. It is also important to note that this date the county receives the referral is the date it arrives at the Birth to 3 program office, whether it be a fax, email, or phone message. It is not the date the referral is read. Arrangements must be made for who will receive the referrals if the primary point of referral is going to be away from the office for an extended period of time. Parents can always submit a referral for their child to the Birth to 3 program. This is helpful information to include in your program's brochures, along with the name and contact information with your primary point of referral, federally known as Part C, Infant and Toddler Early Intervention Program. A parent referral might state that the parent wants their child evaluated. It's helpful to explain what a full evaluation is compared to a screening so that the parent can make an informed decision about what they want. It's important to note that if they want their child evaluated, the Birth to 3 program must comply with their request and conduct a full evaluation. The first step is to contact the family. As soon as possible after a referral comes into the Birth to 3 program, the service coordinator contacts the family to schedule a time to meet with them. Remember that the clock is ticking on the 45-day timeline that began when the agency received the referral. The purpose of the intake visit is to gather more information about the child and family, to share information with the family about the Birth to 3 program, and, if necessary, to screen the child. A screening is a quick look at the child to identify possible red flags in that child's development. It informs the parent and the Birth to 3 program whether or not to conduct further evaluation. A screening is done if no specific concerns are identified by the referral source or the parent. Screenings are often completed by the referral source, so there is no need to do another as part of the intake process. However, the results of the screening may or may not have been sent along with the referral So it is helpful to talk with those referral sources to make arrangements to receive the completed screening tool so that it can be included in the child's file and to be fully informed about that child's development at intake. Now let's go to your knowledge check form. Which is the true statement regarding who can make a referral? A or B? Which is the true statement regarding action required when a referral is received? A or B? Which is the true statement regarding parent referrals? A or B? Which is the true statement regarding which children can be referred? A or B? And finally, which is the true statement regarding what constitutes a referral? A or B? Here is a list of questions to consider with your own Birth to 3 program. A link to these questions is available in the chat for your reference.